It's another edition of Data Dump on the Yahoo Fantasy Forecast as the focus shifts from Week 4 to Week 5 in the NFL. Matt Harmon is joined by Ray Garvin to break down 10 data points that fantasy managers need to know before setting their lineups. The conversation begins with some injury fallout, as Lamar Jackson's latest setback creates uncertainty for managers who rely on his dual-threat production. His absence could reshape not just Baltimore's offense but the fantasy landscape across multiple positions. From there, Ray highlights his first data point, noting that Joe Flacco has been statistically the worst quarterback in the league so far this season. His inefficiency has dragged down the Jets' offense and left fantasy players frustrated, especially those invested in Garrett Wilson. Matt follows with a look at the Cleveland Browns defense, a unit that has become a nightmare matchup for fantasy purposes. Whether it's limiting quarterbacks or shutting down running games, they are creating headaches for anyone who dares to start players against them. Ray turns his attention to Derrick Henry, raising the question of whether the longtime king of fantasy running backs has finally lost his crown. His touches remain high, but the explosive runs and goal line dominance have been harder to come by. Meanwhile, Matt shifts focus to rookie quarterback Drake Maye, who is quickly emerging as an elite fantasy option. His ability to push the ball downfield while adding rushing upside has vaulted him into every week starter status. The Eagles' passing game continues to struggle, and Ray emphasizes the red flags surrounding Jalen Hurts and his receivers. While the ground attack remains strong, consistency through the air has been elusive. On the opposite end, Matt points out that Pittman is heating up, consistently producing and looking like a reliable breakout candidate for fantasy teams in need of wide receiver stability. Ray stresses the importance of Xavier Worthy's return, explaining that his speed and big play ability could open up the entire offense around him. Matt then dives into Tampa Bay's wide receiver room, analyzing the fantasy implications of Chris Godwin's return alongside Mike Evans, which could stabilize the Bucs' passing attack. Drake London rounds out Ray's notes with the return of his elite slot usage, a role that has historically boosted his fantasy production. Finally, Matt assures managers that Deebo Samuel is not washed, pointing to his versatility and recent performance as evidence that he remains a dangerous weapon in both real life and fantasy football. All in all, the data dump delivers 10 crucial insights as fantasy managers prepare for Week 5, mixing caution flags with breakout opportunities.